Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux Fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kinda hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux Fleet has never suffered a delay. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest.
Anchors away!
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beidou. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are the entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
A Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Off we go! Adventure time!
You've completed the entry procedures, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee?
That's right. 1 million per applicant.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math.
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world.
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price. You understand?
Nice!
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on Rito, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes.
Crystal Marrow. What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do? But Carice is the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the...
Got it! We're on the case!
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable. Not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Liyue and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Off we go!
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt. Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom.
Oh, it's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Liyue Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right.
This guy has a really active imagination.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world. All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. So come on, get it off your chest. What?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. Evidence? You're right. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? nothing to lose. Let's go.
Adventure time! Adventure time!
Keijiro! It's him!
After him. Too close. That's too close.
Come out, I can see you. Who are you? Why are you following me?
Uh-oh. Seems like he's noticed us. Too close. That's too close. He'll notice us for sure. He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there. Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring. Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Aha, yes! This is what we're looking for.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence.
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you...
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do.
So you think you can use this against me, do you?
Word has it that samurai and the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige.
Huh? Is that a threat?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden?
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now.
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like...
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue.
A helping hand.
Oh, and you dare to utter the commissioner's name. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this?
Who are you supposed to be?
Ha! You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan. I don't need any trouble with her.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toma, what was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, whom I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma.
Oh, most definitely. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beidou during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Yes, of course. I completely understand it.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so... did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get.
Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. 2 travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in a duel. Is that true?
Whoa, you heard about that too?
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Excellent. You must know the Qingxian.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before.
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxian wood.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? I see. Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long.
Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back? Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your...
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Yes, my lady. Very well then.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
Time for your arraignment!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this!
Careless.
To ashes!
Picked the wrong test picked the wrong test subject.
Back off!
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack!
Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
Back off!
More!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
To the very...
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. In my letter, I've requested Kamachi to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission.
My lady?
So that's how it is.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it.
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying that...
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened.
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
When stuck on a deserted island, rain is a precious source of drinking water.
We go!
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation.
Are our clothes really so...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House.
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright, I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. So you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god.
This area sure feels gloomy. Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. Perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to whatever the case. The fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Adventure time!